The Trump tariff war, a pivotal moment in recent economic history, reshaped the landscape of international trade. It all began in 2018 when the Trump administration imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum imports, citing national security concerns. This move was aimed primarily at China, but it quickly escalated into a broader conflict involving multiple countries. The rationale behind these tariffs was straightforward: protect American jobs and industries from what Trump described as unfair competition. The idea was to level the playing field for American manufacturers who were struggling to compete with cheaper imports. But the reality was far more complex. While some industries, particularly steel and aluminum producers, saw a temporary boost, many others faced significant challenges. Take the automotive sector, for example. Tariffs on imported parts led to increased production costs for American car manufacturers. Companies like Ford and General Motors found themselves caught in a bind. They had to either absorb these costs or pass them on to consumers, which ultimately led to higher prices for everyday Americans. The irony? The very workers Trump aimed to protect often ended up feeling the pinch. And then there was the agricultural sector. Farmers, particularly those in the Midwest, were hit hard by retaliatory tariffs imposed by countries like China. Soybean exports, a staple for many American farmers, plummeted as China turned to other suppliers. The government attempted to mitigate the damage with bailout packages, but many farmers felt the long-term impacts of the trade war would linger long after the checks were cashed. The trade war also sparked a debate about globalization. Critics argued that tariffs were a step backward, undermining decades of progress in free trade. They pointed out that the interconnectedness of the global economy means that tariffs can have unintended consequences, affecting not just the targeted countries, but also American consumers and businesses. As the conflict dragged on, it became clear that the tariff war was not just about trade. It was a reflection of broader geopolitical tensions. The US and China found themselves in a battle for technological supremacy, with tariffs serving as a tool in a much larger strategy. The stakes were high, and the implications were felt far beyond the borders of these two nations. By the end of 2019, the situation reached a critical point. The Phase 1 trade deal was signed, which aimed to ease tensions and restore some level of trade between the US and China. It included commitments from China to purchase more American goods and a promise to address intellectual property theft. But many experts argued that the deal was just a band-aid on a much deeper wound. Looking back, the Trump tariff war was a complex saga of economic strategy, political maneuvering, and real-world consequences. It highlighted the delicate balance between protecting domestic industries and fostering a healthy global trade environment. As we move forward, the lessons learned from this conflict will undoubtedly shape future trade policies and international relations. The question remains, how do we navigate this intricate web of global commerce while ensuring that American interests are safeguarded? The answer is anything but simple.